sports movie fans, and welcome to Locker Room Flicks Podcast. I'm your host, Frank Sullivan. With me is my co-host, Frank Darling. How are you today?
Very good, very good. Another nice day, but it won't be in about another 12 hours.
I was going to say, is the hurricane making its way? Or
It's like a tropical storm. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of rain and a lot of wind where we go. It's not going to be crazy. It's about 20, 25 mile per hour winds. But it's going to rain for like ever. So so that's going to be later tonight into the morning. So something like that.
Have you had, because you've been down there, what, four years or so?
6 years now.
6 years. Have you had like a bad, really, really, really bad storm? Yeah.
We had a hurricane, kind of like we got the hurricane when we first were at Regal Palms. We got one. We were there, and then I think a little bit of one here. But remember, we're in the middle of the state. Knock
That's
on
true.
wood. It's usually pretty good here. So it was real windy though. So
I mean,
no
yeah.
damage.
I know you can still. I mean, I know you're in the middle of the state, but I mean, it's still you're still down there.
Oh, you're still down here. That's right. Yeah, you do see damage in older sections where the buildings are. They're not as. There's a lot of old buildings down here, a lot of wooden like sheds and stuff.
Yeah.
Those roofs get the shingles flipped off and stuff like that. But so I don't think this will be that bad. But it's going to be miserable. That's all.
The movie Twisters just came out actually too. I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm hearing mixed things about it. I mean, it's what it is. One of those.
Well, I'm sorry, not to bring in anything from the other one, and they don't at all.
Good.
They should have. There's a girl.
That's good. Girl, it's different. It's not a sequel.
No,
it's not.
I know that.
Well,
I know.
Go ahead.
I know, but that makes it hard, though. I mean, like the girl that's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just make her? What do you call its daughter that played the girl? Yeah, my mom used to do this. Don't even have to show the lady. Just say my mom used to do. I didn't see it, but I'm sure that there's nothing to do with it, and it's the same story. You got the hot shot girl instead of guy. Yeah, so
I think they bring. They're using the thing Dorothy. I think I saw
the same thing.
It's kind of similar. So it's almost in like the same world, just a little different.
Yeah. But I'll wait till it comes on TV.
Yeah,
I'm not going to see it in the movie. Sorry. But the Twisters. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. What do you got on tap for the weekend? Just hanging.
Just hanging. Yeah. Just taking. We put everything on the porch. We put it in the corner so it don't get wet. It's all, what do you call it? It's all outdoor furniture. It just makes it a lot easier to throw it in the corner where I know if the water gets to there, then we got
Yeah.
Covered up the golf cart. So
nice.
Yeah,
we ended up. That's about it. Yesterday we went to the Potato and Corn Festival in North Branford.
Really?
Yeah, it was
potato and corn.
Let me tell you, hot. So
really?
Hot.
It's been hot there, right?
It's been hot, man. It came to the point. I was like, I knew it going in because we were gonna go Friday, and Friday was just as bad. Yeah. And the only thing about Friday is they opened up at 5, so they were like 5 to 10. So let's go. Let's go Saturday. We'll get there like 11 as soon as they open. Hang out, and so we got there. It had to be close. It was like close to 90 yesterday, if not more than that. It felt bad.
Yeah, I saw that on there. Wow.
And you try to drink water, it's not enough. We were there maybe 2 hours, which is okay. But we just wanted to get out. Knew they had rides, so we took her on the merry-go-round. She really didn't care.
Seen that picture.
She didn't really care for it. She just kind of there for a ride. The animals, they had a little petting zoo. Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Llamas. They had goats. She was afraid of the animals. I was like, good. I'm glad we. I'm glad we didn't have to pay to get in.
There you go. They're funny at that age, aren't they? Though
they really are. It's you don't know.
Yeah.
She's too young still. We forget. She's not even 1.5 yet.
I know. Chloe was the same way. A little bit here and there. You take her. You say, she won't be. I don't want to go on that.
Yeah.
And then another day you go, okay. They're very finicky there. They're very finicky when they're young like that.
Ate some good food though. I had one big ear of corn that they dipped in like garlic parmesan, which was good.
Oh, boy, that sounds good.
Yeah. And I had a little barbecue, so they had like the burnt ends with mac and cheese. That was good too.
Nice, yeah. Something different.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, though, you do that stuff with her, and as time goes on...
You got to get out. I mean, it's half the time we end up saying, like, I'm out early on Friday. Sometimes it's too hot to do, It's too hot to do anything.
It is. I know. I agree totally with you. But, yeah, I know. But being cooped up in the house all the time either is you want to try to get out once in a while, do something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So... But we'll see. It should be the summer's getting down there, man. Back to school soon.
Back to school. It'll be nice there for you in the fall. Nice to cool. It's nice. Starts to cool down. You're gonna probably go pumpkins with the pumpkins and stuff, right? Probably.
Lyman Orchards. Yeah, Lyman Orchards
that'll
should be fun. I played that golf course not too long ago, actually, for the first time.
Yeah, you told me that. That's a tough course.
It's nice. I'd like to do it in the fall when it gets down cooler.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know my company picnic is at Lake Compounds. That's at the end of the month.
Nice.
So that'll be fun.
Nice.
And we're going to Cape Cod Labor Day weekend, and then that's it. It's the summer.
Look at you, going everywhere. Yeah, and I think I told you I did book it. We'll be staying at the campgrounds of Disney at the end of the month. I think a Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then we'll leave Friday with the RV.
Oh, okay.
Taking the RV out,
the middle of the week.
Yes, the middle of the week.
What week is that?
It's the end of the week. It's the 27th, 28th.
Okay,
29th,
so kind of
like yeah.
Gotcha.
No, it's right before.
Right before. Okay,
before. Good. Yeah. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So take the dog with us, so we don't have to worry about her. So yeah, it'll be nice. Yeah.
Good. Well, that's good to hear. All right, let's get into the movie then.
Okay. Here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the introduction to the movie. We watched We Are Marshall. It was release date December 22nd, 2006. Box office info had a budget, $65 million. Opening weekend, $6 million. It grossed $43.5 million. We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Directed by McG. Also did Terminator Salvation and Charlie's Angels.
Did you try to? Sorry to interrupt you. Did you try to look up his real name? Is that because it says I saw that I was like, what? Who's this?
I really didn't. McG, and that's all I could get. I mean, I'm sure he's got a name. That's what he goes by is McG. Yeah, he's done some stuff. He's done more stuff than that.
I've seen Terminator Salvation. It was okay.
Oh, it was okay. Yeah. Starring Matthew McConaughey as Coach Jack Langiel. Mm-hmm. Matthew Fox as William Red Dawson, Ian McShane as Paul Griffin, Anthony Mackie as Nate Riffin, January Jones as Carol Dawson, Kate Mara as Annie Cantrell, David Strathairn as Donald Deadman, and Arlen Escarpeta as Reggie Oliver. I had to get another football player in there.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get into the other people that were in there for very little, about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But the simple synopsis, this is based on a true story. When a plane crash claims the lives of members of the Marshall University football team and some of the fans, the team's new coach and surviving players try to keep the football program alive. It had awards, had one nomination for an ESPY. Mm-hmm. Runtime was 2 hours and 11 minutes. And I watched it on YouTube. You said you watched it on YouTube TV. I watched it on YouTube. So.
Oh really? Yeah, it was YouTube TV. It was. I thought I was going to have to pay for it. Surprisingly, I thought this was a Disney movie.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think it was. Linda said, "Why don't you go to the Disney Channel?" I said, "Well, I couldn't find it there though, but I think it is. But I guess they put them on. They don't. But that was it. So yeah, that's where we watched it. So here we go. We're going to come to the best part of our segment here. Mm-hmm. Frank's 5 Fun Facts. Take it away.
All right. Let's see here. This was kind of hard to find some stuff about, too. Fact number 1. Southern Airways Flight 932 was chartered DC-9 from Kingston, North Carolina to Huntington Tri-State Milton Airport in West Virginia. The plane was... This is kind of a little bit of a true story.
No, that's fine.
The plane was carrying 37 team members, 8 members of the coaching staff, 25 boosters, and the flight crew, which was four people.
Right.
And one charter employee. It says on November 14th, 1970, at 7:35, the plane crashed into a hull just short of the Tri-State Airport, killing all 75 members on board. Because it was the team's only chartered flight of the season, many prominent citizens were on board, including a city councilman, a state legislator, and 4 of the city's 6 physicians. And it says 70 children lost one parent in the crash, and additional 18 were orphaned. So just to give you an idea on how
that's crazy,
on how bad I guess the plane was, how the crash was.
That's crazy. That really is.
Fact number 2. So Red Dawson actually made a non-speaking cameo as the head coach of Morehead State. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
It just says he's just a non-speaking cameo. I couldn't find anything whether if he had a lot to do with the movie. I'm sure he kind of did, but
yeah, it's probably a tough scenario though for those people still that are alive. I'm just saying. Remember that was a while ago. That was 50 years ago. So
yeah, I know.
But you're right. That's a good point. I'm sorry. Excuse me. 2006. So it was like 40 years ago.
Yep.
But yeah, you're right. That's a good point. You're right.
Fact number 3: during the training camp, Coach, how do you say his name?
Yeah, Langyell.
Langyell. He tells one person to slap the shit out, the head slap the shit out of him. To the opposing player if he goes for his knees. The NCAA and NFL banned the head slap in the mid-1970s because of the head injuries it caused, which is not, pretty much,
concussion protocol.
Yep, lots has changed.
Oh yeah, lots has changed.
I'm just making a note here for later. All right. Fact number 4: the boardroom scene with the "We Are Marshall" chant was filmed in 2 separate days. The boardroom scene was shot in one day, and the chant was shot in the second day. So that's just kind of give you an idea on how they shot it. They had a lot of extras in that thing, huh?
Yeah, that was cool. I enjoyed that part. That was really good.
Yeah.
That's tearjerker there. That was a tough one. Mm-hmm. That's good.
And my last fact, I guess, for the crowd in the large stadiums consist of hundreds of local extras, and also thousands of blow-up dummies, and also thousands of CGI extras. So just to give you an idea of how they did that.
I love that, the way they do it.
I
love the dummies things, the blow-up dummies.
Yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes. Sometimes if you pause it or something, you can kind of see it. But
hey, you got to save a little money, right, Frank?
They spared no expense with this movie, huh?
No, they did not. And those were good, Frank. I noticed something. Did you notice something, Frank, about the movies we've done that are true stories? A lot of times the trivia is very limited.
Yeah, some of the surprisingly.
Yeah,
I would have thought there would have been numerous things of this.
I know, but not really. I don't know. I don't know
and
why.
then the other thing is too is like you don't want to, because they don't. It's not exactly to the way it was. So like you don't want to dig too far into the real story because it could be off. So that's why I was trying. Most of the facts I was trying to get were just about the filming of the movie.
Yes. No, you're right. I agree totally.
All right, so I haven't seen this movie in a while. I don't know about you. What are your thoughts? I think I kind of know where you're going to go.
No, it's a tough movie to watch, especially in the beginning.
It's sad.
Very hard.
Correct.
It's a sad movie because it's real. It's true. I could go. I think it's. I couldn't even imagine being in that situation. Number one, so it's a tough one. It's a tough one to watch. Like I said, I was glad they got through all the stuff in the beginning with the funerals and all the separate things. And another thing I didn't remember. I don't know if you did. I didn't realize they only recovered like 6 bodies.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
The rest of them, I guess, were
just gone, inflamed.
I didn't know that. I had no idea. That was one thing I didn't know. Until I saw that scene. You know?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't care for this movie.
You didn't? Really?
I was talking with Casey. I was like, I just don't know. It lacks something. I can't put it. It had all the makings. That's probably why I thought it was a Disney movie. It had all the makings of a Disney movie.
It did. You're right.
The heartwarming story. I mean, that's a whole other thing we can talk about. But
no, I understand.
I mean,
right. Yeah.
I mean, star power they had, right?
Yeah, they had a lot of people in those.
They had a ton of people. Probably too much, to be honest with you. I mean,
yeah, and that's who they were paying.
Because I saw we didn't mention Robert Patrick, who it was uncredited.
He's uncredited in there. Yeah, he's in there. That's one of the guys I meant for a small scene there. Yeah.
Robert Which Patrick, I wonder why he was uncredited, and maybe he kind of did it as just like a favor. You know why?
He might have. Yeah.
I don't know. The movie lacked something for me.
Well, I mean that beginning part and all that stuff they show, and then when they go to recruiting stuff, and I know it gets a little slow there, and then there's the scenes in the diner.
Very
and
slow, and the movie was way too long. You agree?
I agree there. The movie shouldn't have been 2 hours and 11 minutes.
It was over 2 hours. I know. I was like, this is.
But I guess in the beginning, showing all those scenes in the graveyard and cemetery and all that stuff, they just gave you they wanted you to get that feeling where you were there and you could feel what happened. I think that they could have just done away with that and just had a church service and show you that, and that was it. We're done. But you see all the caskets there, and that was messed up. So I mean, but that's what really happened. So and the town got destroyed. That's what it comes down to. It affected. Remember, it's a small town, Frank. It's not Chicago. Yeah. I mean, this is.
Correct.
It's a small town out there, and everybody knows everybody. You've seen it. You've seen Friday Night Lights and movies like that where they're all counting on you to win state. Remember, you got to win state.
I know.
But I don't know. Like I said, I enjoyed it, but it's like I said, I just couldn't wait till they got past all that stuff in the beginning, so I could watch a football movie.
You're right. You know what I'm thinking? It felt more like a drama movie with a little football action in it. You know how we kind of do it the opposite way.
I agree with you. I agree. Well,
there wasn't a lot of football scenes really. It was a lot of talk, and again, I think a lot of it stems because everybody lost somebody. Right.
Yeah, and. Think about the coach, Dawson there. Red Dawson, right? Not the coach, the one that plays the assistant coach.
Yep, Red Dawson.
Think about him. He switches with the guy. Remember, he tells him to get on the plane. I'll take care of it.
Yep, I seen that coming.
So he's got to live with that. So that's a sad part in the movie. He's got to live with that the rest of his life.
Survivor's guilt.
Yeah, how about the kid that overslept?
Yep.
I'm just saying, me and Linda were talking about. It's almost like 9/11. How about the people that didn't go to work that day?
Yeah. I think Seth MacFarlane was supposed to be on one of the planes. The guy who did Family Guy.
Really?
Yeah, he's supposed to be on. I think he missed the plane or whatever the case may be.
Wow!
Yeah,
in real life, you mean?
Yeah, real life. Yeah, you say it exactly. Yeah, it's again. You call out of work that one day, and everyone on your floor is wiped out.
That's nuts.
Survivor's guilt.
Yeah, I think it's fate. Like I always say, I hate to say it, but I still say it's fate. It's not your time to go.
No, I agree.
I loved Matthew McConaughey. Did a good job. I know a lot of people don't care for him, but I thought as a coach he did very well in that part. I really did. Because number one, he's funny.
No, he was family. He was good. He played. He kind of reminded me of like this like West Coast type coach, like from like someone who lived who was in California, moves over here, right. Little wonky, crazy. Matthew Fox actually was. I don't think he got the credit.
No,
no, he deserves because you want to talk about shows he was in. I mean, Lost was a great show.
Oh yeah, yes, he was in Lost. Yeah, he was very good. Yeah, he's a good actor. He's a very good actor.
He was a very good actor. He had a few scenes in here where even at the end where he's just kind of. He was in the locker room, just sobbing. It's just.
It is. It's tough.
He didn't get the credit.
He's building the shed. He's just doing that to keep his mind off everything. I don't blame him. I mean, I couldn't even imagine that. But I understand it in that sense. But I couldn't imagine it. But yeah, he was very good. Very quiet part. but very, very, very well done.
Yeah.
Ian McShane as Paul Griffin. That's the father that loses his wife and his son. He's a very good actor. He's been in all kinds of stuff.
I know.
He's a very good. He's a real actor. I mean, this guy is excellent.
Oh,
I don't remember all the things he was in, but he's in a lot of stuff.
He was known for Deadwood, I think it's
Deadwood. Yeah,
Deadwood. That's the
Western
series on
series,
HBO
yep.
that was really good.
Yeah, yep. He was very good. Anthony Mackie, as he was basically, remember now back then he was nobody.
He was nobody.
He's now the
now he's the new
in
Captain
the Avengers
America.
now.
He's the new Captain
Yes.
America now, huh?
Yes. I didn't realize he was in there till I watched it again. I said, I didn't know he was in this movie.
Yeah.
Then you got January Jones, Kate Amara. They're in all kinds of stuff. You know the face if you see it. If you watch movies,
I'm more of a brunette guy. I like Kate
No, I know. I know. Kate Mara's
more
nice.
than January Jones.
The kid played good part in it. He must be an upcoming actor. Arlen Escapeta as Reggie. He was the quarterback. The black kid.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he's black. Maybe he's not. I don't know. But
you're right.
The name.
But they didn't really feature a lot of the football players. It was mostly just kind of him. Anthony.
I know. I didn't want. Yeah, I didn't want to leave him out though. The other guy because he was the quarterback through all those scenes and then there's David. I love this guy. He always plays B parts, but he's excellent. David,
you're right. He's more
Grayhorn.
B and C. I would even say C. He's always that typecast guy. Yep. David,
he was in the one. David, it's a tough word. David Strathairn, something like that.
Yep.
He's Donald Deadman. Yeah, he plays in what's it in the game? With the girls there. The girls' baseball movie.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know the one with
League of
Their Own.
Yeah,
he's in that too. Yeah, he's excellent in that.
Again, he's been in. Yeah, you name it, he's been in it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, the casting can go on and on.
But I could see the money though. A lot of that money went to the cast.
It had to be, right? Yeah, but you didn't need it really. I mean, I understand.
I didn't think you needed it. I agree totally with you. I agree totally. It's a true story. I don't think you needed all those top stars. I really don't.
No, I mean, especially like some of the. I mean, the beginning of scene, you lose half the cast. I mean,
you do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. Do you think Robert Patrick got anything for this movie? I assume we got paid, right? You have to. You're not going to do anything for free.
Yeah. There's a couple other guys in there, Brett Rice and David Dwyer. They also got on the plane. Mm-hmm. You know the faces. They're in all kinds of stuff. They're always they're in something. Yeah, they also were there for 5 minutes. So I mean, I noticed a lot of people in this movie, which I didn't realize was in it until I watched it again.
I know. But it's weird because again, as you said, a lot of these guys, they weren't really that established. I mean, Matthew Fox, who he was doing Lost. I think he had just started Lost. I don't really think he did anything really before that. Yeah,
we forget this is 18. We always think we do these movies. It was yesterday. This is 18 years ago.
This was 06. So he wasn't really. I'm looking at his. He wasn't really that popular.
When was Lost? When
Lost started in 07. I think.
Really?
No, I'm sorry.
No.
04. Okay, so 04, he was established, and McConaughey was still kind of early in his career, no?
Yeah. Oh, McConaughey.
Yeah.
Oh, he must have been too. Yeah, he must have been too.
I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't know.
I know. Yeah, that's a lot of money back in 2006. Even that, $65 million.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I don't know. Matthew McConaughey must have got the most money. He got probably the most film time, so he must have got the most in that. I would say. I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But, the parts I did like is when they were looking for people.
Yep. The recruiting, I like that too. I like the recruiting aspect of it, crossing it out.
They kept crossing everybody out. Well, who would want to go there? I mean, everybody knows what happened. I wouldn't want to go. So he goes and gets basketball players and soccer players.
Just trying to fill the thing. But also at the same time, if you're a rookie, why the hell not? Go over there. You know you're going to play. You're going to start.
Yep. Yeah. And then they do the freshman thing where they he goes at night. I don't know how true that was. That was pretty cool in the rain. Mm-hmm. And that was what's his name again? Donald Deadman, the guy, David Strayhorn. Yeah. He does it, and he goes and gets to the guy, and everybody. Did you not to jump from that, but that's how they get the freshman to play, and then he gets the veer, which is a real offense from Bobby Bowden, which I did put something down. I didn't put it down here, but Bobby Bowden was a Hall of Famer. He won 2 national titles.
Really?
Florida State. Yeah, he was one of the greatest coaches of all time in college. He's like the. Oh boy, my head always goes to shit when I'm doing this.
Yeah.
But whatever, he's a great coach, Bobby Bowden. One of the most famous ones there is, probably top 5 all time. Mm-hmm. And that guy gives him. That's Bobby Bowden. That's not really him. That's him. At that time, he was at West Virginia, and he just gives him his playbook. He gives him everything because I think they feel sorry for them.
Yeah, they absolutely did. Yeah.
I thought that was a good scene when they had the earthquake. When they had the scene for him with the cross on the back of their helmets. I thought
he sees the marshal. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that too. I had no idea that they had done that. I didn't until that scene.
Really?
But it's funny how things you pick up second time around.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. Well, the playbook. Well, first of all, I liked how the playbook was the only thing that survived the crash.
That's true too.
Kind of funny, but they had a simplify again because you said these guys were basketball players, soccer players.
Yeah.
They had a simplified playbook.
Yeah, you know? I don't know what the fans are expecting. I don't know if you realize you look at their record. The year before, that year that it happened, they were 3-6. No, the year it happened, they hadn't played yet. They played the next season.
Okay.
They were 3-6, so they really weren't that good anyways with their regular team. Yeah. So I don't know why everybody expected them to be a superpower.
I don't know.
I don't get it. You do see who did play on those teams as time went on. Randy Moss, Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Randy
Minnesota.
Moss.
You know him very well. You
there was another guy, a few other guys too.
Chad Pennington from the Jets.
Yep,
quarterback.
Chad Pennington, nice.
Actually, he played with Randy Moss.
Randy Moss, yeah.
Yeah. There's a few other players. While we're doing this too, how about a shout out to Steve McMichael?
Yep.
He's they had all of his Chicago Bears in the hospital there. He made the Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame game? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he's he's in bad shape, but he was coherent there, and he had his jacket on and everything, and all his players were there.
Yeah,
I thought that was really nice.
Yep, a few good inductees this year.
Yeah.
Did you like did you see the new kickoff?
I know what it is.
Did you watch?
I know No, I know what it is. I didn't see it in that. No, I didn't see it in that. I saw it in the.
I was going to ask what you thought, but
well, the USFL is they're the ones that started that.
Yeah.
They started it. Yeah. Well, kind of the WWE is who started it, but that's another story. Mm-hmm. But so that's the new kickoff. Yep.
Should be interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna. It's and I guess you just got to really break 1 or 2 tackles, and you're off to the races. I guess, huh?
Yeah, you should just we should do. I think we should change it all and just make it flag football. It'd be a lot easier.
Oh, I know.
And everyone would be happy.
Well, and again,
it's getting to be a little ridiculous now. It is. Come on.
They changed it. They moved it. What did they move it forward? Right.
Yeah, but you're right next to each other.
You're right. Yeah, they moved it forward so that there would be less injuries, or that they wouldn't be. And then it said that they had the lowest return rate of the season. It was like 22% of the kicks were returned or something. So there's like, okay, well now that we want a little more action out of these kickoffs because it's like, what's the point of even having them?
Yeah, you should just have the ball at the 25 and forget about the kickoffs. You're going to do it that way. But whatever.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's see.
I guess again, I don't know what this. One of the scenes was pretty cool. Again, I liked the scene with him going to the NCAA, hat in hand in the rain, saying, I need this for my team. That was kind of a little underrated of a scene.
I know. How could you? Hey, how could you? He didn't say no, but how could you say no to the guy?
Well, he said he's like, did you propose to your wife over the phone?
I know.
You got a good point.
I like that.
But see, I wanted to think, do you think he really did that?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You don't want to keep digging into the real story because then you can find all these things out there that didn't really happen.
It could be real. It could be fake. Yeah.
The other scene when he buys the case of beer was kind of touching, where he just kind of left it there in the dorm room, and because he comes back to the dorm room and there's no one there. I'm surprised he even stayed. I'm surprised he even stayed in there, to be honest with you.
Me too. That was for the big guy. Big guy on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that it's so watching him get on that plane.
It's a sad moment because again, all these people died, and again, I didn't realize you're watching this, you're watching it go down and it crashes, but you didn't. When I read the first fact,
right,
you didn't realize there was all these other people that were on there too, boosters.
Oh, I know. When I said 75, I said that to me. That's a lot of players. And when I said, no, it's not. It's 37 players. I got confused with that. And here's another thing I didn't realize till I watched it again. I always think the plane was, because the plane takes off, and I'm always thinking the plane was going back to the other place. It's going to the other field to play. They don't show them playing at all. And then all of a sudden, we're almost there. And I'm saying, okay, almost there. Maybe they mean, but almost there meant they were almost home. I got confused by that. I didn't realize it the first time. And then the plane is there.
Yeah.
So, and then it crashed, I guess they said, I just read this only because it's a real fact. In a report issued April 14, 1972, it took them 2 years to do this, the National Transportation Safety Board concluded that the crash was a result of a descent below minimum descent altitude during a non-precision approach under adverse operating conditions without visual contact with the runway. So basically, the weather, I heard it was horrible out. It was foggy.
Yeah.
It was too low, pretty much. I mean, whoever
low.
was flying the plane is the culprit there. They should have survived. It should have never been. All of a sudden, I think what happened is they probably couldn't see, and then all of a sudden,
next thing you know,
there's trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I thought that was a little far-fetched. Or they all kind of rolled up on the crashing. I don't know. I mean, again, you guess you say it's a small town, but it's like, come on.
I know, and you don't supposed to be going. I know it's crazy. Everybody's on the plane that but I mean, you can't just go in there just picking through the fire and stuff. I mean, you just can't do it.
No, you don't want to do that. No.
Let me see what else we got here. So that Marshall quarterback, Reggie Oliver, had a brief pro career. He was a backup quarterback for the Birmingham Vulcans of the ill-fated World Football League in 1975. So he did move on a little bit. Red Dawson, which I didn't know this, was coached by Bobby Bowden at Florida State University in the mid-'60s. As the receivers coach at Florida State University, Bowden also coached Hall of Famers Fred Blitnikoff and Ron Sellers. So when Red called Bowden coach, that's how he knew him.
Wow.
That's pretty cool in the movie. I mean, I know it's not him. It's a different guy. But
small world, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, I thought. Yep. I guess they filmed it in Huntington, West Virginia.
Yeah, I know. I saw that too.
In Atlanta, yeah. I was wondering where they did it.
Did you know? So I looked up too because this was voted for. This was nominated for an ESPY. I actually looked up the other. There was 3 other movies that were up for an ESPY. So it was We Are Marshall,
right?
Pride, which I think
right.
I don't know if you've seen that movie.
That's a swimming.
A swimming one.
That's a swimming movie, yeah.
Invincible, which we've done.
Oh, that's a tough one.
And Talladega Nights, A Ballad of Ricky Bobby. You know, We Are Marshall didn't win. Do you know which one won?
Invincible. It was Pride? It was
No.
Talladega Nights?
Talladega Nights won the ESPY, A Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Unbelievable, right?
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. That part of the movie was just the erasers. It had nothing to do with the... Yeah,
I would have.
Are you serious?
I had to look it up because I was like, I was like, because that always it's surprising me. I think Invincible would have been better, but
actually, I think the other 3 are all true stories. I think they're all true. We Are Marshall's a true story. Invincible.
Pride.
Pride is.
Did we do? I definitely didn't do Pride. I'm trying to think of Pride.
No.
I don't even know. I do a quick search here. Pride.
Check it out. I thought it was a black swim team. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a swim movie. Check it out. I'm almost positive.
I gotta look. This came 2006, probably. I have to try to see if I can look into it.
Yeah, but I that's what I thought it was. Yeah. The music, that's another thing in here. I thought it was phenomenal.
Yep. No,
Wasn't it good?
I would agree with that. Music was pretty good.
All the music you hear in this, well, it's from the 70s anyways, the music, but all the music you hear in this is, you hear it. You've heard these songs. You heard the music was good.
It was very similar to, again, maybe I don't know if I'm wrong, but to Remember the Titans, I remember some of the songs.
Oh, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent, definitely. Yeah, well, here you go. This is interesting. I read this too, which I was really surprised. Not surprised, but McConaughey's performance was one of the film highlights. Roger Moore from the Orlando Sentinel, James Bond, gave it 4 out of 5 stars and said in his review, "We are Marshall. It's the rally cry of the team. Doesn't always have a handle on grief, but it does keep emotions close to the surface. That allows McConaughey to be one of the most refreshing, funny, and believable he's ever been." I thought he played a really nice part in this. Mm-hmm. He tried to keep everybody, if you notice, he tried to keep everybody
involved.
Like he sits down. Remember, he sits down in the diner with him,
mm-hmm.
and he says, "Well, you don't know my family." And the guy says to him, "You don't know my family." And he takes everything with he says, "This apple pie was real good." He took everything with a grain of salt. I wonder if that's how the real guy was. I'm sure he was. He had to be. He had to be light. Can't be grieving with everybody. I mean, he's got to try to get this team back on
just to try to get him on the field. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, on the field is right. I know, but it's amazing they were even on the field, and it's amazing they even won that second game.
Yeah,
I think they only won one game that year, whatever, or 2 games, whatever it was, and unbelievable. And that was a nice scene too, when they went once again. They went to the cemetery, and they had the talk, and he's standing there talking to him. That was really nice. Did you see the end too? You see the end, too, when all the people are there. They do that every year at that fountain.
Oh, really?
Every year at that fountain that's in the school.
Gotcha.
They do it at the same time, the same date, every year they do it. And everybody, the whole school comes there and does that. I think and that fountain shuts off just for that one time there. And
gotcha.
I
found the Pride. Pride is a swimming team in Philadelphia, but it's like an all black.
Yeah.
Terrence Howard, Bernie Mac, Tom Arnold.
Oh wow.
It's interesting. Scott Eastwood. So it's Clint Eastwood's son.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood's son. Yeah.
Got a 6.3, but I don't know. Interesting. Maybe if you want to do something.
That's not bad though. It's a swim movie. I mean, come on.
No, I don't know. Maybe I'll get that on the list. Maybe we'll do it at some point. But I said this was an interesting movie. I don't think you need. I didn't really think you needed. What's his face? The girlfriend, Kate Mara, in this. You could have probably cut her whole thing out.
Yeah, you could have even his wife.
Again, and. I think having somebody play that role would have been fine. Having her in there because again, his wife, yeah, because she thought he died.
So
I think you needed someone to fill that, but again, I don't know. I've seen her in maybe like a handful of things, and it's nothing really. Yeah. January Jones, she was in X-Men, Mad Men, Dirty. I've been in a handful of things, but she doesn't really. Again, she's a B, C actress at best.
Yep.
No offense,
January you're right.
Jones, if you're listening. and we know you are.
She'll be calling us up. But you're right. That's another scene. That's a good one you picked up. That the guy never. Is it the girl? No, the mother, the grandma. Oh, I don't know who she was. She never told.
It was a neighbor, I think.
Yeah, neighbor.
She never told him. Well, again, this isn't like. Like nowadays, when you could have been like, "Hey, I just landed. I'm fine." Like, you know what I mean? You got
I know.
Cell phone destroys a lot of movies.
Yeah, we're forgetting this is what confuses me watching these movies. I'm watching at the airplane. It's 1970. Nobody has seatbelts on or nothing. I'm watching, and I'm thinking, oh, this is 2006. I'm saying this. No, it's not. It's 1970. I've been on planes like that. I think you had seatbelts.
And here's the other thing too: is like I understand this was their only chartered flight. They weren't going too far. They were going from what?
Jump on the bus.
That's what I mean. And again, for 1970, they're jumping on a Greyhound, and because they're going North Carolina it was to Virginia.
Yes. Remember too, it's kind of like the wind. I'm just saying. Well, I don't know. Do we know what date that was? What was the date?
This is 1970. Something.
No. The date of the actual.
November
crash. Yeah, so it's getting wintertime. That's the way I was looking. Well, no, that's the Carolinas. Well, Virginia, it could be a little cold.
It's still getting chilly. Because it was football. It's football season, so it's no.
Yeah, it's football season. Yeah, probably wet and.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know. They're not like a really big school. They're not like a like a Texas A&M or something like that. They were independent. They're taking the bus.
Right. They were independent league back then. Especially in the 70s. Most people took the bus. Nobody flew.
No.
But they did. That's a shame they did.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, though. The length was a little too...
It was too long.
You could have gone an hour and 45 minutes, something like that. I think you could have done it.
You could have probably cut a few of the scenes out. I mean, again,
Yeah. Well, they had diner scenes. They had like 3 diner scenes, 4 diner scenes.
Something like that, yeah.
I guess they only did that to show you that's where everybody hung out and everything. I think they just showed that to the city part of it, the little town.
Well, they also showed what's his face at that steel mill in.
Yes, Ian McShane.
McShane. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like you could have cut a few of it out, but whatever.
Yeah. And he fires him. I like when he fires the guy. He fires Donald Deadman.
Oh yeah.
And Donald's basically saying, you gotta move on here. Don't fire me because basically that's what he said. Don't fire me because of what happened. I mean,
And they made. I wrote this one thing. No, I wrote it down. They made it seem that Nate saved that football program because if he didn't grab all those people and had them out there protesting, it seemed like they were gonna shut it down.
I think. Well, I don't know how true that is, but it probably was. Yeah,
you're right. Again, we don't know if it was even true or not.
Don't know.
I don't see why not. But
yeah, one scene I did like though that I'm glad they put it in was right near the end where Ian McShane and what's her name, Annie, were walking on the water there
together.
And he says, I've been living here since I was a kid. I used to swim in this, whatever. And he says, I know you always wanted to go to California. You and I forgot his son's name, but he says. So why don't you do it? And, she starts crying a little bit. And then I thought that was a nice scene. And you show her in the end, she's in her car all loaded up, going to California. Yeah. Basically to do it, I think, because she wanted to do it and he wanted to do it. Why don't you just do it like in the memory of him instead of staying here and, just thinking about it every time. But I thought that was nice. And she gives him the ring back. And I thought that was nice. That was a nice scene there. They didn't have to throw that in there, but...
Yeah, a fresh start hurts. It doesn't.
We don't know. We don't know how true that is. It could be a true scene. We have no idea. So that's the thing with these, like you said about these real scenarios. We don't know how that might have happened.
Yeah.
Well, he did. He did lose his wife, and I'm sure in real life.
Yeah, he lost his wife. But at the same thing, they were. I mean, they were engaged. I mean, how long were they? I mean, he was a senior. How long were they really together?
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Right. But it's a movie.
It's a movie. All right.
That's all I got. I don't know if you got anything else.
Well, like I said, with these ones that are true stories, it's tough to dig too much. There's not really much to dig into. It's real. So, all right. Let's go to the. I'm gonna let you do the. No. I'm dying here.
You want me to go first?
I'll let you do the. You go first.
It gave it a 7 on IMDb.
Be nice.
I'm gonna. It's hard. I'm gonna give it like a 6.5.
All right, that's fair enough.
I'm just being.
That's fair enough.
I do like McConaughey. I think they casted everybody perfect. I just don't think they needed all of it.
I agree.
And that might be a little too. I do like. No. I do like Matthew Fox. Like I said, I liked him in as Lost. That was a good show.
Very good. Everybody was in that.
But everybody who casted was well. I think it was just over, and it was missing something for me.
Yeah. All right, that's fair enough. I ain't much.
What are you gonna go?
What you do, 6'5"?
Yeah,
I'm not much difference than you. I thought you were gonna really bury it, but no, I'd go about like a 6'8" or something like that. I wouldn't give it a 7 because it's a good movie. It's a true story, but once you get through the first part of it, I mean,
that's it. Yeah,
it's sad to watch. It's not something. I'm not saying I wouldn't watch it again, but
probably
I just don't. I'd watch it after everybody's gone and watch the middle of it maybe.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, that's about it.
All right.
But I enjoyed it though. I like the movie. It's just like I said. It's
gotcha.
I think you didn't need all those people in it, like you said.
Correct. All right. Well, that's that. I know I briefly talked about this before, and we're talking about kind of like a new segment where we're going we call it extra innings or overtime. And if you wanted to talk about anything you're really watching right now that you want to shed a little light on, I know I said The Umbrella Academy. We're starting to rewatch that. That's on Netflix. It's a different show.
It's very good.
It's very good. It's different. It's a little setup development, but that's on Umbrella. That's on Netflix. So if anyone wants to watch that, I think it's worth a watch. Do you have anything else you're watching? I know we're watching a lot of Olympics, right?
Yeah, but we also watched something we watched that came on finally. The second season this year is The Ark. It's on Sci-Fi.
What is it called? The Ark.
The Ark. Yep.
Okay.
It's basically a space movie, basically, where the world is all done and these arks go out and they're going to try to find a planet. It's very good. It's got a good cast in it. Not really any. You might know one person in it, but it's a good cast. And they finally came out with the second season. We've been watching that.
Good.
So it's called The Ark, just like Noah's Ark.
Nice, gotcha. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Olympics. I've been watching the men basketball and a lot of interesting stuff. Yeah,
we just took a little breather because we took a little breather from it. But but The Ark is something we're watching. Of course, then don't forget, for us AMC, we'll be watching all the Walking Dead. Daryl Dixon.
Oh yeah,
that'll be coming back on. Negan and May.
Yep.
You know
Maggie. Yeah.
Yeah, Maggie. They'll be coming back on. These are all coming back on in September. So.
Yep.
So that's what we're watching. We just can't wait till everything starts up again because of that thing they had last year or the year before.
I know.
So, but that's what we're watching.
Good.
So I'm just waiting for those to come back. And the new show I watch now, we love it. It's our third year watching it. Is Claim to Fame.
Okay, gotcha.
You'd like that.
Yeah.
It's. I don't know if you know what it's about. They're related to somebody famous. Every person.
Oh yeah. I know one of the Jonas Brothers or Jonas Cousin or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah, it's really good. And of course, the show I told you about that should be coming out in 2025 again is The Traitors.
Gotcha.
It's excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Sounds good.
That's pretty much what we're watching. There's a lot more, but those are newer ones that we've been watching we really enjoy. So.
All right. Sounds good. The next movie we're going to watch is we're going to do Semi-Pro, which is just a little comedy, lighthearted movie. I haven't seen it. Will Ferrell plays a basketball.
Yep. I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it either? So good.
No. Should be good for us.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how Will Ferrell does. So. Little different movie compared to our last one, We Are Marshall. But.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sounds good. That's all I have for today. You got anything else?
That's it. You have a good day.
All right. That's the ball game.